Today's experiment, we will be using red cabbage as a pH indicator. All right, let's get started. Right now, I'm going to prep the cabbage by chopping it. You can also use the leaves whole, but I decided to chop it so it's easier to put in the blender. Be careful when you're doing this. The cabbage is a little rough and I had a hard time, but I didn't cut myself. Now that the cabbage is all diced, you're going to want to grab your blender and transfer your cabbage into the blender. Now you're just going to fill a small pot to boil the water. Now you're going to pour the hot water over the cabbage. As you can see, I have my water boiled and ready. And just pour the water inside and let the cabbage sit. Now grab your blender with your cabbage and hot water, and you're gonna briefly blend the cabbage, just a couple pulses, just to get the real purple color that you're looking for. Now that you have your cabbage and your warm water mixture nice and blended, you're going to drain the water. You can pour it into a strainer and put it back into the pot. Now I'm pouring the water back into the blender so it's easier to pour into the next container for the sake of the experiment. Now that you have your pH indicator ready, you are now ready to start testing it on different solutions. Here we have water, vinegar, lemon juice, and bleach diluted with some water. Now all you're going to do is take some of your pH indicator, I have mine in a dropper, and pour them into the solutions you have set up. As you pour the indicator, you'll notice changes in color. The more alkaline the solution has, the more blue to yellow it will be. The more acidic the solution is, the more red it will be. Now that I have all the solutions done, here are the pHs of each solution that I did. Now, the purpose of water in this experiment is to act as a buffer to show that the pH indicator does not change, only the solutions. You may be asking, how does it work? Well, red cabbage contains a water-soluble pigment called anthocyanin that changes color depending on the pH of the environment. Now, if the pH is less than 7, it will turn reddish in response to the acidic environment. And if the pH is higher than 7, it will turn a bluish yellow responding to the alkaline environment. And there you have it. This has been my red cabbage pH indicator experiment.